เ 坚持信念、热爱 Party 的朋友，晚上好！时钟不断滴答作响，也将我们跟20周年限定版 Party 嘅朋友，大家好！差唔多係時候，我哋為大家隆重呈獻20周年。Make it pink, blue, pink. 哇，看看你们做的好事。With true friends always by your side, a party feels like magic inside. With celebration that lasts long past the stroke of midnight.